Now, this weekend, tomorrow in fact, Nigeria's Super Falcons will bid for a record-extending 10th continental title when they face hosts Morocco in the final of the Women's Africa Cup of Nations in Rabat. Both sides are unbeaten, and Nigeria have only conceded 1 goal in 5 matches on their journey to Rabat. But going against the Atlas Lionesses won't be easy. They have Spain's World Cup winning coach in the dugout, and their country Morocco has made huge investments into the women's game in recent years. Well, for more on this, I'm joined now on the line from the Moroccan capital, Rabat, by Arise sports anchor and correspondent Iyomon. Great to see you, Ebi. So both sides are unbeaten, and I'm told that making a compelling case for either of them won't be easy. So with that in mind, give us your objective assessment.
Oh, nice to have you be here, Charles. Both sides have been fantastic all tournament long, and there's a lot of anticipation ahead of tomorrow's final. Let's not forget that in the last edition of the WAFCON, that's in 2022, Nigeria faced off against Morocco in the semi-final where they lost via penalties after Nigeria got 2 red cards. But the fans were so energetic, that Moroccan fans pointing the laser light at the Nigerian players while they were taking their penalties, and that's a major concern. And the coach, that's Justin Madugu, has said that he is ready and prepared to face those kind of adversities in case they happen. But what's important to know is that the Super Falcons have been positive ahead of this match. The Moroccan fans also message reaching us say that they have got a lot of tickets and they plan to fill in that stadium. But the Super Falcons will just ensure that they are focused and not complacent against a side who have the home advantage.
Well, I mean, pardon me if I am a little biased on the side of the Super Falcons, but I understand that the big threat from them is the fact that they have so many different goal scorers. I mean, you know, that's quite, you know, I understand there are about 9 of them.
Yes, Charles, 8 different goal scorers for the Super Falcons in this particular tournament. And they'll be hoping to extend that. But what's also interesting is that Justin Madugu, since he took over in this particular stint, the Super Falcons have been high scoring. They just know how to put the ball at the back of the net. But sometimes you see them missing a lot of chances. And those kind of occurrences is what that they will hope to avoid in this final. Because when you miss chances against a host that has the advantage, it could be a problem. But the Super Falcons, like I said, are all positive. We have players like the Asita Shola, who's really not had enough minutes in this tournament. They have teammates are ready to take on the Moroccans, and they want to avenge their 2022 loss against Morocco. I just hope they do that because they've had a lot of positive talks, and just praying that they get the victory, because it will be, like you said, it will be a 10th WAFCON title that they're extending their own record. They've won it 9 times.
Absolutely. And of course, as you mentioned, the Nigerians lost to the Moroccans at the semi-final stage in 2022. So the Moroccans are not to be trifled with or taken for granted. But however you look at it, Ebi, and whatever happens this weekend, I mean, Nigeria's Super Falcons will remain in history, at least for some time, as the most dominant and arguably the most decorated women's football team in Africa. And that's quite a legacy, isn't it?
A huge, huge, huge legacy, especially on the continent. Not just the team alone. We have a player like Asita Shola winning so many titles, winning so many Player of the Year awards, and this transcends to the team because the energy they get, team after team, player after player. We see the like of so many old names, Cynthia Owak and all of them. They've done well in the past, and now this new group of girls, we have a large number who will be hoping to get their first WAFCON title, while Nigeria has 9. A lot of these players in this team do not have any. A player like Michelle Alozie will be hoping to lay her hands on her first WAFCON title. There's Esther Okoronkwo, Ifeoma Onumonu. So many of these players do not have their title. So they will want to carve their name in the books of history for Nigeria, not just for Nigeria, but in CAF and African football in general. The hopes will just be for these players to galvanize and ensure that they put all odds with the odds against them, they put everything in place to ensure that they lay their hands on this trophy. Like we already saw yesterday, the president put out a statement saying that their money should be paid. So it shows that they're already impressed with the work they've had. Win or lose tomorrow, they made a lot of statements and ensure that so many Nigerians, not just Nigerians, but football fans around the world stayed glued to their TVs just to watch the WAFCON because of the success they've had all tournament long. No losses for the Super Falcons. So we're hoping to end the tournament with 7 wins, and that will be a very good one for them as well.
I have to say, Ebby, listening to you there, you're inspiring me. I'm feeling like Christ. I have to see this. I've got to see this. I have to see this match tomorrow. And you mentioned, absolutely. And you mentioned money, and it is a reasonably big prize pot, isn't it? I understand that the winners of this WAFCON sort of final will pick up $1 million in prize money, as well as, of course, the WAFCON trophy.
Certainly, Charles, it's a huge increase from what has always been. And this goes to show the fact that women's football, not just on the continent, but generally is now getting a lot of viewing, a lot of attention because of the street of social media. You see so many comments after comments, and followership, views from not just football fans, but everyone. These women have been able to ensure that people stay glued, like I said earlier, to their TVs. They stream just to watch the WAFCON tournament. So obviously, with the fans that come into the stadium, even if not enough, especially for the Super Falcons, maybe because of logistics and all of that, but when you go to the stadium to see games of the host, it's a filled up stadium. So I think they are doing so well, especially with the media, how they cover it and show it to the rest of the world. And hopefully we see better of these better monies for the ladies. But Charles, I tell you this, it's been an exciting WAFCON tournament so far, but we just be crowned with the 10th WAFCON title. That'll be the best.
Indeed it will be, Ebby. Indeed it will be. We'll keep our fingers crossed. Thank you very much indeed. Ebby Iyomon is Arise sports anchor and correspondent. She was talking to me on the line there from Rabat.